Hey, this is Flywire's update number 6 for the engine change on Charlie, the aerobatic Bonanza. Big question is, will it run? It's in, so will it run? Hey, I'm Scott Perdue, and today on Flywire we're going to do update number 6. That's hand language for 6, 7, 8, 9. You can decode that. Anyway, so the question is, will it run and will it fly? Well, the first question is, will it run? Yeah, it ran. I did the first start already and struggled with a bit of a problem. The idle was really fast. Everything was running pretty good, except for, and there was no leaks. One minor leak on a oil pressure hose, but I just hadn't tightened it enough, but that was it. But the rest of it was fine, except for this maddening high, fast idle. And I tried to figure that out. I'd reset, I'd rig the throttles, the throttle and the mixture, the throttle and the mixture controls. And then, I checked all the, I double checked all the intake system to see if it was sucking air, stuff like this. And then I messed with this idle set speed screw and the idle mixture, and all that stuff made no difference at all. It still idled real fast. I did the pressure and went low and went high on it, and it responded, but not anywhere like it should. So I was kind of baffled. I talked to John Paul Townsend at GAMI in Russell, and they felt like it was sucking air from somewhere. And he mentioned, I think it was Russell's idea, he mentioned that sometimes the roller for the gear warning horn, it's a little micro switch roller, I got a picture I'll show you, gets in the way of the collar and stops the movement of the throttle control. So it kind of rang a bell, because it was, what I realized and remembered at that point is that the collar that it runs on, it's got a little ramp on it so it doesn't jam, was all the way to the stop. And that got me to thinking, and I pulled the air filter off, and I didn't double check that because when I rigged everything, I was getting full travel. So I knew that was right. Not so much, I wasn't right. What I'd done is I'd left the bracket arm, the little holder that holds it on the bracket, so it holds it rigid. I'd left that loose while I was adjusting everything, and I checked it at idle cutoff and idle, and then full power and full mixture, full rich, and everything was working really good. And then I tightened it down. Well, it turns out that on the throttle side, that collar was riding, it was flexing. In other words, I was getting full travel while the cable could flex. And then when I tightened the clamp down and it was rigid, the collar was adjusted to the point where it wouldn't do that. And here's another picture. What it was doing is just leaving a little bit sliver, fingernail moon kind of a thing, and that was enough air to give it that fast idle. So I readjusted everything, and now I can get full travel. And here's another picture that shows you just how much that I've got left on the throttle control, and it doesn't bottom out anymore, and I can get idle all the way down to just a hair above 600, which is the spec on this engine. And so I'm happy. First run, it turned out to be a couple of test runs to, starts to see how things work, but everything's good. I'm just buttoning it up to make it flight ready to go do first flight. And I'm not going to film that. I thought about it, but I got other things on my mind. I'm worried about flying the airplane, any anomalies or anything like that. So I'm not going to do that jinx thing. Not going to do that. But I'll do another update, and I'll give you some stats and what the results are. Hopefully, knock on wood. Anyway, going to finish buttoning up the engine, and then we're going to do first flight. So I know it's been a while, but I've been moving, and I'm talking to you right now in what is almost shortly Flywire's ex-Flywire World headquarters, and because it's almost all moved out. All the furniture's out, all the shop, just some tools here to finish off Charlie before it goes, because this has been the long bowl in the tent. to get out of here. So once we do that, it's gone, and then we'll be out. So onward and upward, and build a new Flywire World headquarters. And I'll start a small series of that to show you how that goes. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time on Flywire.